Hey guys, welcome back to another Books to Cook video. Bro, stop tweaking. You're good. You're good. Chill out, bro. Anyway, today we're looking at the Unknown's kit and we're gonna do a little bit of gameplay. His main special attack, his main power, is the UVX, right? And the UVX is kind of a grenade launcher. If you've ever played Destiny 2, it's pretty similar to the Fighting Lion, which is a grenade launcher that bounces and then explodes, alright? So that's what happens with the UVX. It's a ranged attack, it's got some pretty good range on it. You shoot it, it bounces, and then it explodes. When it explodes, it has a blast radius that if the survivor comes in contact with, they become weakened, which is a status effect that is essentially half of their health state. And survivors can remove this weakened status effect, however, by looking at the killer. And this happens over a period of time. The survivors can actually see how much weakened they have removed and have to remove to get rid of it completely. I would say it's pretty easy to do during chase as well. So that is something that the killer has to be aware of, that if the survivor can see them the entire time, they're probably wearing down on their weakened status effect. But you can shoot them again while they're weakened, and if they come into contact with that blast radius again, they will become injured. And you know, the usual speed boost that you would get from getting injured normally, but this killer also has a special ability called hallucinations. And so the killer intermittently, meaning a few, I would say more than 40 seconds apart, the killer leaves behind these hallucinations, and it's just an image of the killer, no terror radius or anything, but he can teleport to these hallucinations. And so it's really just a mobility part of the kit. But survivors can get rid of these hallucinations by going up to the hallucinations and dispelling them. And that takes, you know, a few seconds really. It's not an insanely difficult thing to do, but that just happens passively. You don't have to do anything to place the hallucination. It just happens. There are some add-ons to make that hallucination appearing quicker. But I think for this game, we're just going to run these couple brown add-ons that are pretty interesting, and I'll talk a little bit more about them in the match. But it is a thing also that if you teleport to the hallucination while the survivor is trying to dispel it, they will become weakened. So that's another thing that you can also consider. And the hallucination spawn time, as you see at the second paragraph there under hallucinations, whenever survivors are touched by blast areas or become weakened, the next hallucination spawn time decreases by 10 seconds. So you're really incentivized to make survivors weakened as much as possible because you're going to be placing down more hallucinations as time goes on. So we're going to get into hopefully one game eventually, but for now we're going to talk about the perks. The first one, called Unbound, is pretty neat. I think it'll go pretty well with other chase perks such as maybe Rapid Brutality, haste perks that is, as well as maybe Bamboozle, other chase perks, you know, associated with vaulting and gaining speed. But this is not too far from that. So when you injure a survivor by any means, this activates for 30 seconds, and after you vault a window, you gain 5% haste for 10 seconds. It cannot stack with itself, but I am wondering if you can reactivate it in that 30-second period, in that 30-second time frame. So maybe in theory you could have 5% haste for 30 seconds, but you vault a window 3 times. So that could be something interesting. But the next perk is Unforeseen. When you perform the break action on a generator, your terror radius transfers to the generator, and its radius is set to 32 meters. So that could mean that if you have a smaller terror radius, or if you have any terror radius affecting perks, that this is going to kind of make that negligible when you transfer your terror radius over to the generator, because it goes to 32 meters, but it's similar to Dark Devotion in that you become undetectable, and the generator is now the source of your terror radius for 30 seconds. So you're undetectable for that duration, and you can move about freely on the map, and because of his mobility, that could be a pretty useful perk. However, I like that this does not reveal what generator your terror radius is actually coming from, such as Trail of Torment. That perk makes the generator that you just kicked to become undetectable. It highlights that generator's aura in yellow, to let the survivors know that, oh, you might be around in this area, just undetectable. So that's an interesting change. But Undone is the last perk, and possibly the most interesting. It's going to be really strong for any kind of skill check missing builds. Here we go, we're in a match. Undone. This is a perk that whenever survivors miss skill checks, either healing or repairing, and I'm pretty sure this is anywhere on the map, you gain 3 tokens, and each token is worth 1% loss on a generator that you're going to kick, and 1 second blocking on any generator that you're going to kick. And maybe you could use this passively. We're gonna try it out in this match. But I think this is going to be pretty darn powerful, because in theory you can make survivors miss a ton of skill checks with Chlorophobia and Overcharge and maybe even Unnerving Presence, and make that happen a lot, and then you might have a Pop Goes the Weasel level regression kick every time you go to kick a generator. So we'll see how that works. And we have a couple brown add-ons. One is to make our speed return to us quicker after we teleport, and then the other one is to make survivors become wounded if they get rid of their wounded the wounded status effect if they get rid of their weakened status effect while injured, which I think is a pretty unique perk. I've never seen anything like that on any other killers, so we're going to give it a shot in this match. Garden of Joy, the other Withered Isle map that is in rotation. I'm not sure if they changed anything. I actually would have preferred to go to the newer map. Should have burnt an offering. Actually, I don't think I had one, so it doesn't matter. But this is also a very survivor-sided map. Wouldn't you know it? I don't notice anything different off the bat. There's somebody over here, however. That looks like a sprint burst. Okay, yep, so it does mean anywhere in the map they can... Oh man, wow, these guys are pretty smart, aren't they? Let's wait for my power to come back. Got it that time. I would love to try and use... Ah, that was too bad. Oh, she got rid of it already too, dang. Okay, I'm gonna leave that hallucination there, and maybe try to harass this Jin. That was a double. She's currently getting rid of it. Alright, now I can vault and be quick. I can see that there's probably going to be a little bit of a way that we might need to... Didn't hit him? Alright. Though it made him keep running through. So I can see there's a few different ways to use his power, especially with his zoning. But we have 3 stacks. 1 skill check missed. I don't have any other any perks that could affect skill checks on this account, so unfortunately we won't be able to really take that perk to the next level. I know you're here. Yeah, I don't make that in a million years. Control teleport. Ah, yes. Yeah, you're in danger. I need to get a little bit better at this, huh? That does hit through walls, remember. Did you fake this? Oh, you have to. 3 gens left already. So maybe a little bit more than 40 seconds on that intermittent hallucination spawn. But it does change. We need to remember that. I'm gonna go after the other Sable here. Let's see the range on this. Didn't even hit, huh? Oh, they hopped off the Jin. Oh my god. I am falling for that so bad. And so when you hit them with it, it doesn't particularly actually do anything. That'll be blocked for 6 seconds. Fortunately, that's not a speedy vault. Ah, okay. So it does have to bounce. Something to keep in mind. And here's a save. Oh, and he's injured. And that's conspicuous, actually. I'll go ahead and try to put weakened on this girl. I got it. So that's probably a pretty good idea to try to spread weakness as much as possible. That's unfortunate that that didn't hit, but I will get a free hit from this girl. They're definitely on this Jin over here. Let's try to stop whatever. Yep, they were there. As a matter of fact, this girl is a good person to chase. I'm gonna try to avoid chasing her. I think this girl might be healing in the basement. What do you think? What do you think? I think there's gonna be a lot of that in this PTB, especially because of the new basement perks that. Okay, the basement's not even here. That this girl has. Let's try to get there a little bit quicker. Oh, yep, they're definitely here. No, they finished it. Okay, they're not here, they're upstairs, but I think I had the right idea there. In fact, I think she's still here. Still somewhere. Somewhere around here. Yeah, I think I'm losing this game, but I think that's okay. This is a pretty interesting showcase of the killer and how to use him. I am definitely far from proficient, but about that range. To get off, and you're the girl that is already weakened. She's about to get rid of it, as you can see by the brown gray aura. Ooh, but that's a nice quick down. Man, they kill that Jin anyway. So this girl and Alan are dead on hook. There should be somebody over here. Yeah, you know this. That girl is a little bit out of my league at the moment. Oh. How did that not hit? She fakes that. That's pretty crazy. Wrong Sable, bro. Idiot. Alright. How quick can I get it down? With that. Okay. Actually, pretty quick. Pretty quick. You can definitely close chases fast with this killer. I think they may have weakened that pallet gem. If I'm not mistaken, I don't even know if that's technically a pallet gem. You're dead on hook though. Not even close. You do lose a little bit of ground, not looking behind her, by shooting without much of a game plan. She's in here. Wow, you messed up, didn't you? I think I'll just have to M1 this. Kinda quick though, yeah? Panic for me? Wow, was that dead hard? How does that not hit? Okay. She goes here. What Jin is about to pop? What do we think? Ah, that's unfortunate. Well, maybe I'll drop this person and just get the Mori, just to show you guys. Classic. It's got like a mouth in the back that he sucks people down with. There seems to be a bug in the PTB that doesn't really let survivors animation leave. Let me know what you think about this killer in the comments. I want to know what you guys think, because he has a lot of potential and a potentially really strong couple perks here that I think could be really fun in play, especially on other killers, but we will see. We will see. So guys, if you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, let me know. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one.